Future Work 61. Smart managers create their own GPT today. Overnight, the world has changed. AI can now actually do all the work for you. Introducing GPTs. What if you were to dream up your own AI to do exactly what you want it to do? As announced at OpenAI's demo day, that is now possible, and they're called GPTs. So, what are GPTs? GPTs are custom versions of ChatGPT, purpose-trained for your particular objective and fueled by up to thousands of pages of knowledge that you have on any topic or skill. Your very own AI. And OpenAI created a few examples for you to use and get inspired by. There's Game Time, that can quickly explain board games or card games to players of any age. There's a Negotiator, which helps you advocate for yourself and get better outcomes. And there's a Tech Support Advisor, which helps you set up a printer or troubleshoot a device. There's even a Gen Z for Meme GPT, which helps you understand the lingo and the latest memes, just in case you don't speak Gen Z. So the simplest way to think about GPTs is that they are trained on anything that you would otherwise have done. So for example, if you usually review the work of direct reports based on your knowledge, just upload that knowledge to a GPT. In that case, you can feed the work to be reviewed and do it automatically. You can let your direct report interact with your GPT to get feedback and fix any issues before submitting it to you. A practical example of how GPTs deliver value: the AI editor. We go through a rigorous editing process to publish articles on our website flexos.org. Much of that editing work is checking the submitted work of the writer against a must-do checklist. A writer would get briefed, send us their initial draft, but an editor typically knows our writing style better than most writers, and they're also more familiar with requirements like the type of research that we accept. So normally this would be a manual process of submitting, checking, debriefing, revising, etc. But now the writer can directly interact with the editor through a GPT that we've built. Shortcutting the editing process creates much value because every step of this process adds time between writing and publishing. This means that we can create more articles or spend less money on our content. So it's a real game changer. Now, let's build your own, because building your own GPT is not difficult. I repeat, it's not difficult. All you need is ChatGPT Plus or Enterprise and you're off to the races. I'll link a nice tutorial in the show notes, but let me also share a step-by-step example of a GPT that I built. So in the example, I created a GPT for writing your personal user manual, which is actually a great tool for improving collaboration. So here's how I did it. Step 1, you define the purpose. The GPT builder, which I will link in the show notes, asks you what the bot is supposed to do. So I told it I would like to build a bot that helps people write their personal operating manual. And right away, the bot gets it. It's AI magic. The GPT builder replies, "Great, we'll create a GPT that specializes in helping people write their personal operating manuals. It will guide people through understanding their values, their preferences, communication styles, and ideal work environments, and assist in articulating these in a clear and structured manual." For the name, how about Manual Maker? Does that sound good to you, or do you have another name in mind? Step 2 is then to train it. So after setting a name and a profile image, which the GPT generates for you, we get to work on training the bot. So I explained what I wanted the bot to do and uploaded relevant documents that should fuel the knowledge of the bot. This knowledge ensures that GPT follows a specific framework and source of knowledge versus the general GPT knowledge base. And providing this kind of data is exactly what makes it personalized. Step 3, test it. Yeah, shockingly, that's it. 2 steps to build the bot, and then you're off to the races, you can test it. That's really all it takes to create a customized ChatGPT-style AI based on your specific knowledge, processes, or whatever else you would like to create a bot for. OpenAI now lets you test your new bot in another frame to see how the GPT could be improved. And even those improvements are done through speaking to the bot. So for example, in my case with the personal operating manual builder, my GPT asked many questions all at once. But it would be more effective if it would ask questions one by one. So that's what I told the GPT to do. And within a couple of seconds, the user experience of the bot increased by like 1,000%. If you're interested to try out my bot, I'll link it in the show notes, but more importantly, get started to make your own. Take something you're currently doing manual and turn it into a GPT. One important disclaimer is that this is an early product release and that issues may occur. Also note that you shouldn't upload any confidential data and information in either the instructions or the attached files, as users may be able to retrieve them. Additionally, it's also good to understand that all of this will feed OpenAI with more training data without needing to pay for it to big publishers. So the old saying still holds: if you don't pay for the product, you are the product. Great examples of GPTs to try today. If you just want to test out a couple of GPTs to get more of a feel for how they work, I have linked a couple of great examples in the show notes, including a GPT that gives you management advice, a GPT that gives you the wisdom of top-tier MBAs, all the way down to a GPT that will roast you based on a photo that you submit. Any work you do that's repeatable and structured, an AI will take over. You can either wait for that to happen or get ahead today. Creating GPTs is an easy way to streamline your workflows and increase opportunities for your team to get more of your support without any additional management time. As Ethan Mollick writes, GPTs are a first step towards agents, which are GPTs that can go through multiple steps of a work process and truly take over your work. Smart managers take advantage ahead of the rest, and I know that you're one of them. Happy GPTing.